this is a demonstration of less investment for Sky 10. I will showcase gear and perks at the end. Alright, so you gotta stack as many arrows as you can get between phases. Alright, so start stacking some arrows. There's the clear. So, gonna showcase gear at the end here, just so everyone can see.
Just in time for a nap.
To show that this can actually be done with lower investment. It does require a little bit of slightly altered gear, but we'll showcase this. So, we'll start with Selene. So, Selene, this is full Manticore, no TM gear, no legendary runes. Yes, it's 10-star, but if she's your main DPS, you're going to 10-star her anyways. Hybrid animals, 5-star. You don't have to have the 5-star animals as far as I'm concerned, but if you have a couple stars, it'll be good. Alternatively, you can use Doomstone. What I've figured out is that if Selene is far back, or in the farthest back position, and has Estelle's S1 CC immunity, it seems to prevent Selene from being stunned and dispelled. Why it prevents the longest range heroes from being stunned and dispelled, but the closer characters still get stunned and dispelled, I have no idea. It's just spaghetti coding on Vespa's part. But that's how it is. So perk-wise, we are focused more on defensive perks. We do have offensive perks, obviously, still, so we're running S4 Light to give the extra 2 stacks, so we get 500 crit from Selene's S4. She loses 300 from T5 Dark, so net gain is 200. And another 150, so that's 350 additional crit, which does put Selene at over 1000 crit. So we have the guaranteed crit. She gets plus 200 crit damage, so 356 crit damage. And she's rocking a solid 800k attack. And again, this is full Manticore. The reason you want to use Manticore, if possible, especially if you're coming up early on this, is it does provide you that extra defense layer of 27% less damage from bosses. And that actually does add up. Combine that with the hybrid animals, and you are actually taking a significantly lower amount of damage otherwise. With that, you can just take advantage of, HP from being an A220 with a 5-star UT, and then about 100k PDEF, and I think you can actually survive that dust bomb. Next up, Talisha. I do have an A220 Talisha, but I actually switched to a 1-star unique weapon with no soul weapon, just to absolutely guarantee that she was not contributing offensively to this fight. She is here for heal and heal reduction, so she's got a ton of crit, because I just stacked up some crit pieces on her to make sure that her crit was capped. Actually overdid it, because we're at 1,150, and then we have an extra 150, so she's at 1,300 crit, which is way overkill. I actually could have switched to concentration or precise shot to just give her more attack and crit damage just to help with healing. Her job again was just to heal, so her job is to throw out that red S2, which heals the party and lowers the enemy's attack by 30%. Combine that with the 14% attack down that she's giving from her unique weapon, and then Odie's 15% from special shot. Puts us over the 50% attack soft cap, because we have 30 plus 15, it's 45, plus another 14 from the 1-star Talisha unique weapon. Next up is Estelle. We are running a low star UT. The unique weapon is high star, but that's, if you're doing anything in this game, let's be honest, you have to invest in Estelle. Sorry, that's just how it is. I don't like it either, but it's the reality of the game right now. Again, we're not using any TM gear. We have her slotted up with a bunch of HP, a bunch of PDEF. She does have some P block. Again, it's preferred that the non-tanking heroes should focus exclusively on HP, PDEF, and P.tough if you want to go about this strat. Other than that, her job is just to heal with the S3, use UT3 to make it irremovable, and then you pop the S1 to give the CC immunity, which seemingly prevents long-range DPS from being dispelled. Again, I don't know why it does that, but it does. So, for the time being, this is possible unless Vespa decides to fix that. And last was our tanking Fat Raccoon. So, again, HP, P.tough. As the tanking character, he does need P block to reliably survive. Other than that, he's just pretty straightforward. You don't need an A2 Odie, you can do this with an A0 Odie. His job is just to soul weapon to help Selene stack arrows, so that way when Selene has her chance to damage, she can dump as many S2 arrows as possible into the boss. Other than that, just amp perk. You don't even necessarily need this cooldown. It helps, but it's not necessary. You could switch for T5 light if you want. But yeah, that's it. It's been done with out TM gear now, just to prove a point that this strat does actually work. It actually doesn't take too much to tank this fight. Again, 120k PDEF isn't too hard to get, and honestly, these lines, like, the P blocks are practically useless. I would say just go with HP and PDEF, and you only have to dedicate 2 pieces of that. The rest of your pieces can just be crit, attack, and crit damage. And then just 2 P.tough runes, which you can use for like Siegfried farm and so on. So it's not that unusual to have a rune page for something like that. So yeah, that's it. We're done. Thanks for joining, and I tried with some other heroes with lower investment. It's really, really hard to get the damage needed. Selene does have that advantage. She is actually really good at damaging the boss when it's just the boss by himself. She is able to do an insane amount of damage. So unless you have high investment, I don't know if you can necessarily tackle Sky 10 with a lower invested hero, but this does open the gate for heroes that otherwise weren't clearing Sky Trial to be able to clear Sky Trial. I know the Cecilia user did it using this method, just tanking up their Cecilia. They were able to survive and actually beat the boss down. I'm pretty sure characters like Ezekiel, Laudia can mimic this as well. Gladdy, without going for the one punch clear before the first damage phase. I think you could actually do it like way late, lower investment. I don't know about Plus if he's got the damage for it. Yeah, it's hard to say on who can and can't do this effectively. But, I mean, this does open the gate for some heroes that weren't able to do Sky Trial before, so. And you usually have to build special gear for Sky Trial anyways, because you have to cap your crit. You usually need to get, like, penetration lines and stuff like that, so it's like, it's dedicating some slots to some defensive items isn't, it's, in my opinion, like the same kind of investment. And you can also use those Manticore defense pieces for a tank, so because that damage reduction effect from Manticore is actually pretty solid because it's its own layer of damage reduction. Alright, I think I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for watching. Hope this encourages some players to try some different stuff. Have a good day.